Single dad defends a paralyzed poor girl accused of shoplifting he never knew her father was. The grocery store was packed that evening. A storm was brewing outside. But something far darker was about to unfold inside. A frail, paralyzed girl sat in her wheelchair near the checkout counter, trembling as a store manager yelled, "You think you can steal from here and get away?" Customers stared, some whispering, others recording. No one stepped forward until a single dad named Ryan did. He didn't know the girl, but he saw something in her terrified eyes that told him she wasn't a thief. As he stood between her and the furious manager, he had no idea that defending this helpless girl would uncover secrets that would change both their lives forever and reveal the true identity of someone powerful hiding in plain sight. Ryan was just picking up groceries for his son, Ethan. Life hadn't been easy ever since his wife passed away 2 years ago. Every day felt like survival. Still, he tried to raise Ethan to be kind, to never walk away when someone was in trouble. As Ryan walked past the cereal aisle, he noticed a small crowd near the counter. A teenage girl, pale and thin, sat in a wheelchair with tears streaking down her cheeks. The store manager, Mr. Collins, stood towering over her, waving a candy bar in his hand. "You hid this under your blanket. Don't lie," he barked. I didn't," she stammered softly. "I was just holding it for a moment," the customers whispered. Some shook their heads. Others filmed the scene on their phones, hungry for drama. Ryan's heart clenched. He saw Ethan gripping his hand tightly, his eyes wide. "Dad, she looks scared," Ethan whispered. Ryan took a deep breath and stepped forward. "Hey, that's enough," he said firmly. Collins glared at him. "This isn't your business, sir. We caught her stealing. Let the police handle it." Ryan crouched beside the girl. "Hey, what's your name?" "Lela," she whispered. He smiled gently. "Leela, did you mean to take it?" She shook her head, tears spilling over. "No, sir. I was going to pay. I just dropped my wallet." Ryan stood up and turned to Mr. Collins. "If she says she didn't mean to, maybe check the cameras before humiliating her in front of everyone." The manager huffed but ordered an employee to pull the footage. As they waited, Ryan noticed the frayed blanket on Lila's lap and the hospital wristband still around her arm. When the footage played back, it showed Leela struggling to grab her wallet as it slipped from her lap. The candy bar fell too, and she tried to pick it up with trembling hands before her wheelchair rolled slightly forward. Mr. Collins went silent. Ryan crossed his arms. "You owe her an apology," the crowd that once judged now murmured with guilt. Leela smiled weakly, whispering, "Thank you, sir," but as Ryan walked her out, something in her eyes, that deep sadness, told him this wasn't over. Outside, rain poured heavily. Ryan offered to give Leela a ride home. She hesitated but agreed. During the drive, she opened up. Her mother had died years ago and her father was gone, though she never said where. She lived alone in a small shelter near the edge of town. Ryan felt a pang of sympathy. He dropped her off, but as he drove away, something inside told him he couldn't just leave her like that. The next day, he and Ethan brought groceries and blankets to her shelter. Lila's eyes lit up. For the first time, she smiled. "No one's ever cared this much," she said softly. Days turned into weeks. Ryan helped her get a new wheelchair, fixed her leaky roof, and even found her a tutor so she could finish school online. Ethan adored her. She became like the sister he never had. But one night, Ryan returned to the shelter and found it empty. Leela was gone. Her wheelchair lay overturned, her things scattered. Panic surged through him. He called hospitals, shelters. No one had seen her. 2 days later, a sleek black car pulled up to his driveway. A man in a suit stepped out. "Are you Ryan?" he asked. Ryan nodded cautiously. The man smiled faintly. "My name is Marcus Hale. You helped my daughter." Ryan froze. "Your daughter?" "Yes," Marcus said quietly. "Leila Hale." Ryan's mind raced. Marcus Hale, the tech billionaire? The name was everywhere. Marcus's eyes softened. "She ran away after her accident. She thought I wouldn't love her anymore." "But you did." Marcus explained everything. Layla had been paralyzed in a car crash 2 years ago, the same crash that killed her mother. Consumed by guilt and depression, she fled home, believing her father blamed her for the tragedy. Ryan sat quietly, trying to process it all. "She told me about you," Marcus said. "About how you stood up for her when no one else did." Leela was safe now, he explained. She had been taken to a private hospital under her father's care. A week later, Ryan and Ethan were invited to visit. When they entered the grand hospital room, Leela smiled brighter than ever. "I told you I'd pay you back someday," she said. Marcus extended his hand. "Ryan, I can never thank you enough. You reminded my daughter and me what real kindness looks like." Leila's voice trembled. "You didn't just defend me that day, Ryan. You saved me." Tears filled Ryan's eyes. "You saved me too, Leela," he whispered. "You reminded me that doing good still matters. As they all laughed together, Ethan handed Leela a candy bar, the same kind that had started it all. She smiled and said, "This time, I'll pay for it." Everyone burst out laughing. Sometimes standing up for one person can change more lives than you ever imagine. If this story touched your heart, share it. Let kindness go viral. #inspire good. #kindness wins. #emotional story.